In this video, we are going to cover some of the indicators that make up the DTB system. So at the moment, we have a total of 30 indicators. So these are the current indicators that make up the DTB system. There are probably another 4 or 5 in development at the moment. So those will be released in due time. And some of those new indicators will also be attached to automated strategies. So at the moment we have the 30 indicators, and I'm going to just cover them one by one in the order that they appear in the list. And there'll be a few different videos in this sequence for the indicators, and I'll be adding on to those videos as these new indicators are developed. So the first 3 we're going to cover are the Account Position, Advanced Retracement, Auto Fibonacci, Auto Trend. Okay, so the first indicator, Account Position, is a very simple indicator. It's actually just going to give you a snapshot of your unrealized profit and loss, your realized profit and loss, which account you are using, and an account balance of your account. So in the settings of the indicator, I have actually put in a little feature here called hide account balance. So if you are trading on your own and you are just looking at your chart and you want to see what your account balance is, you can just apply that and it will tell you what your account balance is together with the account that you are using. So that's great if you are trading your account and you're not sharing any screenshots with anybody. But what you can do is, if you are sharing or you're trading your live account and you want to share screenshots of maybe performance that you have had on your account, you can just hide your account balance, and what that will do, it'll just show a 0 value there, but it will still show your unrealized and your realized profit and loss. So that's just for a bit of security on your side, so you don't have to display your account balance. And the other settings that this indicator has, we've got a positioning of the indicator. So sometimes you may want to position your chart differently, and as you can see, how you position it depends on the positioning of the indicator. So you can also go into your indicator list and you can change the vertical offset. So if you want this to be higher up on the chart, you can select the value there. It will move it accordingly. So depending on if you've got strategies loaded or if you've got different indicators loaded, you might want to position this box at different points in the chart. It's also got a horizontal offset, so again you can move it across the chart in all different locations. And then you can even save it as a template, so whenever you load it on a chart, it'll be in the same area. So I'll just reset that, apply it, and OK. So that is the account display indicator. You've also got, obviously you can select which account you want to show. It automatically comes with the hide account balance, so you can uncheck that and it will display that. Also, you've got the different font sizes you can choose. So just a very nice little indicator to give you a snapshot of what your trading account is looking at on your specific chart that you are trading. Also good if you're trading different sim accounts, trying out different strategies, you can have a great little snapshot of that balance. Okay, the next indicator is the Advanced Retracement indicator. So this indicator is actually attached to a strategy, but we'll look at the indicator on its own for right now. Pretty simple indicator in the sense that you put in a value for a retracement, and what it will do is it will color the bars based on what that retracement is. So you can select, obviously, to draw triangles. You can select the color, the painting of the bars, obviously the colorings too. So as an example, I've just selected 100 as a retracement. I've clicked on OK. Now what this does is it's going to show you the point of the value of the retracement. So currently the price has deviated 52 ticks from the last retracement of 100 ticks. So as soon as the price comes down and retraces 100 ticks like that on a bar, it's going to draw a line. So as an example over here, the price retraced 100 ticks from its low. So it retraced 100 ticks, so it was on the top of the bar. So at the close of that bar, it had retraced 100 ticks. So it drew a green triangle and it started the value there. The price since then has gone down 70 odd ticks. So the bars are still green. And the price has come all the way up, and only at this point did it retrace 100 ticks from its high. So if, for example, you had your automated strategy running and you were working on that 100 tick movement, you would have had a 57 tick basically profit on that specific trade. So this is just the the simple version of the indicator, just putting in a value so you can work out, or you can have a quick snapshot of how far the price has retraced from your setting that you have put in. So this is great, for long-term trending also. I mean, that's a beautiful example of a nice long run in price. So as an example, the price retraced 100 ticks, and since then the price had never retraced 100 ticks up until this point over here. So this entire move, the price was rising, and it had never gone down 100 ticks up until that point. So you can obviously select different values of the indicator. So there's a lot of obviously chop situations too that it'll pick up, and just give you those different values of the retracement. Now the strategy attached, we'll look at that in another video, but whatever value you select over there, you can basically apply it to this indicator. So whatever value it is, if you want to select a 200 value, that will obviously give you a much larger retracement value of price, and it will give you that retracement. So longer term trading, you want to trade off a specific retracement value, that is what that can do. So obviously you can go to whatever value you would like, and that's just going to be a very clear indication of a specific trend you might be following. So if you are selecting a very long term trend and you're working on a 500 tick retracement, from this value over here, that was the time where it had retraced 500 ticks. So as an example, all the way up until right now, it is still the price has not retraced 500 ticks yet, and it's gone up 1685 from that last retracement value. So that is that indicator. Obviously it's very customizable. You can select your values. There's a host of different ways of trading it. There's an automated strategy that trades these specific values. So whatever value you put in here, it will actually automatically trade that value and buy and sell based on your retracement. Okay, so that's that indicator. The next indicator that we can look at is called the Auto Fibonacci Auto Trend. So I've applied it here to an 8/8 chart. It also has quite a few different settings on it, so depending on what size bar chart you use, you may need to change or come in and modify a few of the settings over here. I've just got it on a deviation value of 0.1. I've included the fib lines, the trend lines, the extended fib lines, the length of the line, so it's quite customizable in that regard. You can also put in your different percentages of those lines that you are selecting, and all the coloring, and just the different formation of it. So what this does is it just basically draws or paints those trend lines and the Fibonacci lines of the current trend. So obviously we're in a downtrend at the moment. It automatically adjusts according to what the price is doing, and that, for example, is where it's going to be drawing. So it's going to be drawing the fib lines between the channel of the price, and that's going to give you just an indication of different levels of price. Maybe you might be working off different Fibonacci levels to enter and exit trades. So that's just one of those indicators. Like I said, you can apply it to all different size charts, and you can even apply it to obviously all the different data series that you are working with. Right, so the next video will cover the following indicators.